Gigabit Internet issa f'Malta. Gawdi mill-Giga Power biss mal-Melita Flexi.
Open the door! I don't believe it! Into the wall! And it's lights out, and away we go. And it's the dash down to turn one then. Who's going to come out on top?
And back again with another show today. Back with the pipes and back with the vibes.
Vibes. And here are the vibes. So, welcome to this yet another weekly show. With us, Justin and me, Adrian, here from World Pro Racing. Those that followed us, obviously, for the launch of World Pro Racing, know what World Pro Racing is all about.
Yes,
but
in fact, we're going to discuss a bit more in detail
today, and some developments that there were regarding World Pro Racing. So that's the first subject we'll be discussing today. So,
as usual, if there are any questions, they can send
that is
us.
something actually important. Today I've decided, this you don't know it, Justin, that at one point, if nobody asks any questions, I just shut my mouth and say
And
nothing
wait for
at all.
questions.
And just wait for questions. But that's important. We're doing this to interact with you, our followers, and we have 4 eyes on us, from what I can see. Peter Grobler and Brendan Tabone. So, yes, let's...
We have one of our drivers racing.
one of our
watches.
drivers racing and watching. That's quite interesting. So
He's so good
which
that
one is
he just can watch us and driving
drive,
automatically.
yeah.
They are training for the Porsche event.
For the Porsche event now they're training, yes, because then obviously they're going... Yeah, that is actually Omar.
Omar is practicing.
Great, and obviously Brendan also. Brendan is having coffee, but obviously
it's time
because he's gonna get married in
It's time for the break.
in a few days.
Sometimes we are the people that, thanks to us, they take a break from training.
Yeah, that's right.
And watch us.
They need to take a break. They're training hard, so they definitely deserve a break.
Well, we'll talk about later about the team later on.
So, World Pro Racing, Justin?
Yes. How much? When did we launch the World Pro Racing?
3
weeks ago.
3 weeks.
And we haven't explained yet in detail on what World Pro Racing will exactly do and what it will be, its role in esports especially. First of all, World Pro Racing is not just esports, as you know, and for those who don't know, me, Adrian and George, especially Adrian and George, are motorsport events organizers, and they organize events in Malta and international events as well. and we host various events in Malta and coming as well in the future.
Yes.
So we are the intention, the reason for all this is to combine esports with real motorsport.
That was actually always our target, since the beginning of all this. So since the beginning of all virtual racing that we have been doing. So that's our target.
Peter asked why are everybody only focusing on the TCR Seat and not on the other TCR cars? Well, it was one of the favorite mods that is out there at the moment, and we never done it. We only did a casual race with the BTCC, and I thought of why not doing it. And obviously people know how professional we broadcast our events, and I said why not doing a Seat TCR along with some prizes to the overall winners. And for those that have not ever watched a stream of our events, you can visit them on our Facebook page on Sim Racing Malta, because Sim Racing Malta is still working as usual with casual races, but not championships. In fact, World Pro Racing will be taking care of the professional championships. We have the Porsche Championship and the Seat TCR Championship. Good evening, Jason. We are going to do with the TCR, with the Seat, because it's quite popular as a
and
it's not the last championship that we're going to do. We have planned many others. We have a huge one as well, working on it. Obviously we cannot announce anything yet, but yes, people now know that what kind of events we organize, and I'm sure that it's going to be enjoyable as possible. The most important thing for us is that we increase the community and we have more drivers. So please share our pages and our events, because we need more. Our effort is, we do so much effort that we need more drivers. And alright, since we haven't started for a long time, we started last year, Sim Racing Malta. So the community is still growing, but we're not happy yet with the number of people having competing in our events. For example, the Porsche Championship.
And obviously also the commitment, because sometimes people register and just disappear on the day.
Yeah.
So that for us it's obviously a setback, because you know what I mean, you're planning one way and then on the last day a lot of drivers just disappear because it's a casual race. I don't think it's right. If you think that unfortunately you cannot make that casual race because of some other commitments, just don't register, or at least advise us way before.
In fact, it is mentioned in the registration page. When you are registering, you are committing to race on that date. If you cannot, please do not register and take another place of somebody else. And in fact, now I'm going to leave them open and everyone can register. And then if there are more than 20 drivers, because we limit it to 20 drivers, if there are more than 20 drivers, we split them in two and make 2 races in 2 divisions. But so far, it didn't happen yet, so thank God we get 20 drivers. Sometimes yes, sometimes not. This one, we have the casual race coming up tomorrow, which is quite, it seems hopefully that if the drivers who registered are going to be racing, we have 14 or 15 drivers participating, and it's going to be quite, it's a very known track, Imola. And in fact I have it here, where for those who don't know about it yet, you can register. There's the page simracingmalta.com. It's on the front page. There's the news where you can register for the RSR Formula 3 casual race. It's free. There are no charge. There is no fee, and there's the registration form. And after you register, you will receive the email of the server, and you will be listed amongst those drivers that are taking part.
That maybe are seeing this thing the first day today. We're gonna start explaining what is the difference between WPR and SRM.
Yep.
Because people see that, listen, we're discussing a casual race by Sim Racing Malta. Yes,
exactly.
Sim Racing Malta will keep on doing the casual race.
Well, Pro Racing is supporting Sim Racing Malta. Obviously, we're still going to be promoting the casual races, because the aim of World Pro Racing is to increase and gather the community much closer with professional events. So it's not the same Sim Racing Malta and World Pro Racing, but World Pro Racing is the next level after Sim Racing Malta.
That's right.
You get used to the racing, although we give prizes as well in the casual races.
Yes.
We have it doesn't have to be the first overall, but the most driver, the best driver of the day, of the casual race, will be chosen by us, and we give him the prize with the virtual race car engineer and set up developer tools to help him or her set up the car much more easier, especially if you have no idea on how to set up a car.
To see her one day, so
Yes, of course.
it would be nice.
It's a bit difficult, but yeah.
It's a bit difficult.
It's not impossible.
Maybe the females are not so much yet into sim racing, because we're happy to see obviously the female participation growing even in the real motorsport life. Would like to see it also growing in the sim racing, virtual racing world. So if you know any friends, any females which are also into gaming or into racing, try to encourage them to join the virtual world of racing.
So back to
actually, the battery was low. So.
Back to World Pro Racing. One of the aims, as we already explained, is that we combine real motorsport with esports with real motorsport. Currently, we're supporting Keith Camilleri, who is one of our drivers of GT Omega RPM Esports. We're following him in his real motorsport career, especially in his hill climb, and he's going also in Italy as well. We're supporting him wherever he goes, and we're just not just supporting by taking photos and promoting. What World Pro Racing, where World Pro Racing will fit into this thing. We provide incentives to the drivers, incentives by giving them opportunities in motorsport. I'm not talking about just Keith now, in general. Obviously, we select several drivers who we find that they are looking promising, like 14-year-olds or less. It can be a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
We have currently a very young driver who is preparing to start learning esports. And drive 6 or 7, something like that.
6 or 7, yeah.
And we are leading him to race in real life and become a champion. Why not?
Yeah.
So yes, we give opportunities to the drivers, and also in the very near future, depending on how many sponsorship we get, we also provide help in any way we can, in financial help as well.
Yep.
Promoting the driver, teaching him or her how to promote themselves. Doesn't mean that you're a good driver without being a showman, sort of, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And knowing how to be in front of a camera.
Try to give them that also. Try to give them the opportunities to be in front of a camera, and they need to feel at ease, because obviously there are people that, listen, they could be good at racing, but when it comes to interviews or cameras, they're a little bit like...
They get stuck.
Ooh, oh my God. So that is also parts that you need to learn when you go virtual racing or real racing. So you need to be in front of a camera like us. Listen, we got used to it.
By the way, there's a feast today here in our
so if you're
village.
hearing some boom and boom, it's a feast, and there are fireworks behind us. So
it's not a war.
So yes, you need to be at ease in front of a camera. It's not easy. For example, something that it's not easy, it's what we're doing ourselves now here. But by the time you get used to it, just listen, talking to actually a camera and nobody around you, so it's like being in a radio studio, but definitely by the time you get used to it, that is something very important for your presentation, even when you are approached, because obviously when you start getting results, or even when there is a paddock tour or something in the real motorsport world, you need to be prepared for it.
There's a message by Pieter.
We have a message from Pieter. Even in leagues, it happens that a lot of drivers register and they don't show up for races. The real problem is to keep drivers interested. How do you intend to keep drivers interested?
I think it's not a matter of not being in contact with the drivers, because we post every day. I keep in touch with everyone every day. Obviously, it has to come from the driver himself to join the server and do practice together. We offer prizes I mean, alright.
Yeah, we're trying to do our best to give certain incentives, prizes, and obviously even create some casual races which are different one from another, to give the opportunity to all the drivers. Because, for example, there are drivers who like formulas and don't like saloons. So we're trying to reach everybody, giving them the opportunities with our casual races and with our championships, but definitely they will have much more in the coming future from us. So
we do a casual race every week now. We used to do it once every 2 weeks, but now we're doing every week.
Unless there is a week with a championship or something.
Yes. For example, well, now our team is not participating, so I mean we still can do the races on Thursday, and then on Friday we have the Porsche Championship if there's the demand to it. I'm sorry for the noise, but because it's peaking
with the fireworks. But unfortunately, hi Elton Lee. Thumbs
yes,
up.
I mean we do our best to keep.
And that's why we ask drivers to give us feedback.
Yeah, of course.
Because listen, can you possibly maybe try to do this or do that? We explore the possibility to do that. Another thing we're doing, obviously, we're gonna move to a second platform. So now, hopefully, in the very near future, we're gonna start doing races. Very near future, we're gonna start doing races on 2 platforms. So yes, we have an additional platform. Hopefully, we're gonna have more platforms in the future. But Peter, we're trying to do this, but we believe that listen, do it properly, do it in the right way, then move to something else. So listen, I think now we're there with Assetto Corsa. People are getting used to what we do now, and we're moving to start using also our Factor too. So
well, that's basically.
I hope we answered the question of Peter.
That's basically what World Pro Racing is going to be doing, helping drivers, helping those people who are not financially well to take part in a championship, and we try and do our best to fit you in a championship. For other we have all the contacts needed to find the people who are scouting drivers. Obviously, this is not just a person comes to us and tell us, listen, I want to find a championship to race. We can help, but we're doing it through esports. Because a mentality in Malta that we have here, and even other countries, we can say, but we can say for Malta, because we live here, is that, excuse me, for esports, the parents say that esports or gaming in general is a waste of time, and it's addictive, or it is addictive. I mean, if you enjoy something and you keep training every day, it's addictive because it's enjoyable, but it can be a career as well, and that's what we're offering. We are offering incentives to the drivers and even careers with us.
When actually I hear drivers saying these things, that their parents look at this thing in that way, unfortunately I tend to disagree, and it's very upsetting to hear families telling to the children, don't play, don't waste your time. Sorry, it's not a waste of time.
You have to study only.
Listen, there is the time for studying, but obviously enough there is the time also for doing other things. Sim racing, we've saw it from drivers that have been driving in our casual races since the beginning of this year, or since the beginning of sim racing, and we've seen our drivers also where they started and where they are today. Listen, there is a commitment. Instead of going out, these people commit themselves to drive, train, and definitely there's an improvement. We saw great improvement. The important thing and the ultimate thing, never give up. The thing, there are drivers out there which are better than you, there are drivers out there which are worse than you. They are worse than for one reason, because they could have just started. So listen, everything has a start. You'll definitely improve by time. We saw that in our, it's true experience what we're talking, it's not something new. So don't give up, and no, these are not games. These are actually sim racing, simulators. Have fun, and it's fun, but it can give you the opportunity to move to somewhere else. And even today there are careers in esport, and obviously careers in the real world of racing.
Talking about careers,
And I have also, I think, the groomer of my dogs watching us. So.
The groomer of your dogs?
Yes.
Is watching?
And there is my friend that I don't know if he's still here. Yes, he's still watching. My friend from far, far, far away, which I haven't talked to and seen for a long time. Claude. Hello, Claude.
So yes, I mean, we're doing a lot of effort in World Pro Racing, and nothing is yet showing at the moment, but
there's a lot of work going in the background to try to make a higher voice.
We're working quite a lot, not quite a lot, we're working a lot. Sometimes I even, well, how long it was last time, I didn't sleep, 37 hours, something like that, working on something which I couldn't miss. So yes, we're working very hard, and hopefully this is rewarding to the sim racers. It's not rewarding to us. I mean, it is rewarding to me, seeing a driver from esports going to real racing. So yes, it is rewarding, but especially rewarding for you who commit yourself to racing and getting your dream of your life.
Yeah.
So talking about careers, World Pro Racing is looking for a video editor.
Interns, obviously.
Yes, these are internships that at the moment they are not paid, but they will be in the very near future. I had around 60 applicants for these already, because they already been published, and from all around the world, especially in USA. And obviously we're looking for Maltese people as well, because obviously we cannot miss the local product, because we Maltese we have nothing different from other people, and we also have a good product. Obviously then depends on the experience and focusing in esports especially. So we're looking for a video editor, a junior video editor, exactly, not a top professional video editor. What do you do as a video editor? As you can see, maybe you have seen the promo of the SEAT TCR Championship. You have to record in-game footage, edit it, effects, various other promotion materials, advertising, anything related to video, highlights of the events. For example, after the first round of the SEAT TCR Championship, and we do the highlights so we can show them later on during that week. And also intros, and well, if you're interested, just contact me or on the page or apply on the website. I'm going to show you the link of the website, which is worldproracing.com, and there's the tab for careers in the menu bar on top right, careers, and there are 3 posts available for to work with us. With the other one is the esports. Obviously these are all esports. Social media intern as well will help us with publishing news and interact with people, sharing, communicating with people during the live streaming. Obviously this has to be, you need to have a passion in esports. It's not just a fun job. All these posts that I'm talking about, they are going to be leading to a career with us, or it doesn't have to be a full-time job. How do you say it?
Like that.
Good stuck.
Immediate.
It's not going to be a full-time immediately.
It's not going to be an immediate full-time, definitely.
Yes, but yes, definitely. I don't like doing anything for free, because everybody deserves to be paid for his work. But this, just to start, it will help us, and you will help us grow together, and I'm sure that we will offer you a career with us. This is also work experience for you. Maybe you want to work with somebody else and you get work experience with us, but I'm sure once you get working with us, you're going to stay with us, definitely. And the final post for the list of careers that we have available is the events coordinators, not only one, coordinators for various platforms. We are looking, because currently I'm the only person that is taking care of the events of Assetto Corsa. Once we get rolling with R Factor 2, I cannot take care of that as well. because we might have 2 races, one in Assetto,
sure.
one in our Factor, one in Race Room, one in iRacing. That's our target. So if you know, or maybe you're interested in becoming a coordinator of events in various platforms, such as our Factor 2, iRacing, Race Room, what your role would be to find mods which are well, solid, and tracks. You decide with us, you give us your idea, and we decide it together, and we go ahead with that when doing a race. And you have to take care of the members to join, make sure that you have a full grid, and to keep the race the most interesting as possible. So those are the current vacancies that are open. As I said, we had over 64 sure applicants, so definitely we're going to find someone soon. I already probably picked someone for the social media, but still send your applications for future as well.
I'm seeing quite a people
joining,
watching us that I haven't seen for a long time.
Andrew's joining.
Andrew's here, was here actually. I don't know if he's still here. And I see also Lilia, not my wife, another.
Oh,
Lilia.
another one.
She knows. They know each other. They've met, but obviously, she's. I haven't seen her for a long time. Hello, and hope to see you if you're around in Malta one day. You and your husband, obviously enough, who was watching me earlier.
Next.
So, watching us, not me.
So, World Pro Racing, we've talked quite enough. If you have any questions about what I've mentioned,
please,
what we've mentioned,
do ask questions, because we're here for that.
Yes, and if you have any, just shoot it. I mean, obviously it has to be with regards to esports or motorsport. Yes,
or our events also, you know. Yeah. So we're here, or give us ideas of any events that you would like to see from us in sim racing and esports. So
talking about events coordinator for various platforms, we are soon ready to start organizing events in our Factor 2. So that's why we need coordinators, because
we'll show them why we're waiting a little very soon.
Yes.
Because we need to make the move from.
Yeah. Well, we can show them.
We can show them now, because we're talking about World Pro Racing. Actually, this not delay, but obviously we need to be more comfortable. Right now we're working on
our studio that we mentioned already last week.
Studio, so that we get it ready.
Sorry for the mess.
For the mess, but obviously these images you're gonna see of our studios, our future studios, actually are works in progress. So yes, those are the studios we're working on. That's the first room. That's another actually room, and
another actually room,
and an actual other room. So we're working obviously to be more comfortable and not setting up and dismantling every time. Obviously enough. Still, we need to thank George and KSL for using these premises for all this time until we get this place ready. It's taking us a lot of time, but hopefully very soon we'll make that move. Now I'll see what Roy Kopp said to Peter. We'll make the move there so that we'll be more comfortable, and obviously our setup will be more professional, and will be more comfortable.
Roy Kopp explained to Peter why we're not using the other TCRs. Well, just to be honest with you, I didn't try them, and I didn't know that there were other TCR cars. In fact, this morning I've seen a skin for the Alfa Romeo TCR, and I said there are other TCRs. In fact, I preferred that I put an event with different TCR cars, but this Seat is I took permission, by the way, by Sean Clark, the person who built the mod, and obviously it's a solid mod, so why not? And we used that mod. We have quite more championships coming up, so don't worry. We will have more events in different mods and tracks as much as possible. Thank you to all the modders out there that are working hard. They barely put it for sale or something. That you just give a donation. So yes, they are worth giving them a donation, because their work is so appreciated.
So we've showed you why. Obviously, we're still waiting and working because would like to be in a more solid and professional setup.
We're sure going to have a professional setup now. So it's not just the studio, also where we're going to present ourselves. You know,
so even for the talk shows, we have a setup for the talk shows. We have a studio from where we're gonna be start running the events. Stewards will be in a different room, so actually we'll be more comfortable in working than in a temporary setup that you set up every time, dismantle and
yeah, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, and actually when that time comes after this talk show, me and Justin will be like having sighs of relief. Let's do it quick, because
it's boring.
It's boring. It's the most boring part. So,
talking about the platforms,
rFactor
2 is the platform that we're going to continue with our events, but in a different platform. Probably we're going to be using the pack that just came out recently. We're going to do just a sort of a one-day event to start with, which is going to be, I think, not a casual race, a normal casual race. For those that don't know yet, rFactor 2 just published the endurance pack, and it's been out for since last week.
I think on the 15th.
In fact, in the rFactor 2 endurance pack, there's the Oreca LMP2, the Norma M30 LMP3, the Porsche 911 RSR, Corvette C7R, and the BMW M8 GTE. All these are in one pack. In fact, we have ready for you, and then I tell you something about a giveaway that we currently have. This is the promo of this endurance pack by rFactor, and for those that haven't seen it yet or do not follow rFactor 2, which I advise you to do so because it's a good simulator as well. And till then, I'm going to show you the promo, and then we continue on about our giveaway.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the whole pack of rFactor 2, the rFactor 2 endurance pack. And thanks to our friend Marcel, the managing director of rFactor 2, who offered the pack for free to do a giveaway with World Pro Racing. In fact, if you go to our website worldproracing.com, there's a giveaway, rFactor 2 endurance giveaway, where there are a few buttons to click, which, for example, if you like World Pro Racing Facebook page, you have 2 entries, and keeps going on like that. Every button that you click, you have multiple entries, so you increase more the chance to win this endurance pack. So there you go. Go to worldproracing.com. There's the link in the front page for this giveaway. Thanks to Marcel, managing director of rFactor 2, and there you can have your chance to win this endurance pack by rFactor 2.
You'll definitely be needing it in the very near future. So.
Very, very, very near future. Yes, we can tell them that we'll be doing an event. We don't know yet any prizes or stuff like that, but we're preparing for an event with this endurance pack. For some reason, there's something on the internet and the stream went a bit red, but we're back.
Are we back?
I think so. Are we back? Let me check. Yes.
Check the pipes and check the vibes.
Check the pipes and check my wipes. Yes, we are online. We are. Something happened,
We're back,
and
so everything just got stuck and we went offline for some reason. But anyway.
So yes, we're preparing on an event in R Factor 2. So make sure that you have it prepared, installed, and ready, because we are going to organize events in R Factor 2. Next, the upcoming championship, the SEAT TCR Championship, powered by GT Omega Racing. Here is for those that don't know about it yet, we have the championship of SEAT TCR, which we already mentioned, and it's been live and published since last week. We already have some drivers who registered for this championship.
There's a comment by Peter.
And
actually about this.
Yes, so we will discuss that later. The SEAT TCR Championship, there are no dates currently yet, but we are going to publish them very soon, depending on how many drivers we will have participating. So far, there are listed there the drivers who are taking part, along with the prizes by GT Omega Racing. They have the seat, the GT Omega Racing seat, and along with the second and third with different backpacks, which I do recommend the three of them. That
Sleeping Beauty, because he's in the bed.
Oh,
notice that I had a bottle showing, but anyway. Thank you for telling me. Thank you.
For those who
Sleeping
do not know,
Beauty is actually Terence Gregg. So
for those that do not know about our SEAT TCR Championship, you can apply for this championship on our website, worldproracing.com. There's the SEAT TCR Championship there linked. The registrations are open and you can apply. Make sure that you can race on Mondays. It's going to be on Mondays, and for sure. And we will be announcing the dates very, very, very shortly.
that means
We will be sending also the template for the liveries, because you can design your own liveries and sponsors for this championship, and you will have around 1 week time. And yes, and then we start with the championship. For those that do not know yet about this championship, we have a promo to show you. If you missed it, we're going to show it to you again.
After this one, we have some comments from Pieter, which we would like to.
Is there any arguments going on?
No, actually, what Pieter said, I like to disagree about the TCR cars. They need work, yes. The Honda and Audi are fine, Subaru and Alfa need work, but it's also not bad. There are even complaints about the setup regarding having too much grip and the tire wear. We are spoiled with the quality with the Seat.
Yeah, it's true, and I'm one of those people that do not just use the original content of Assetto Corsa. Why? Because the reason and the purpose of Assetto Corsa was to leave it open for the modders to create their mods as well. So yes, I use it, I support them. We don't use any stolen mods or stuff like that. We take them directly from the modders who created these mods, and yes, why not promoting these drivers? I'm sure that we will do a multiple brands of cars for the TCR championship.
And now he said, when I win the championship, will you ship the Seat to South Africa?
Well, I will ask Seat myself now. And
then we had Roy Kopp obviously answering Pieter maybe
well,
so,
that's
but
the discussion going on.
That Sean has a lot of feedback from Seat. Yeah, that's good. And he said that Josh on said that it drives like the real deal. So there are different opinions, which obviously are all acceptable, and we enjoy seeing also these discussions coming up.
Of course. So here you go, the SEAT TCR Championship promo for those who have not seen it yet. That's the promo,
Yep.
and because Terence said that he doesn't want any.
Sleeping Beauty, because he's already in the bed, he's supposed to be driving, ġifieri, we caught him.
Is this enough? This bottle of water?
Terry, is it okay? We drink water, so
Well,
it's a joke, Terence. I hope
it's
you
a
take the
joke between ourselves and the
Yeah.
team because they make fun
We
of
know that Terence takes the joke, so that's why we do it.
So, yes, the Seat TCR Championship for the last time
Yep.
is still open for registrations, and obviously it's been out since last week, so it hasn't been for long. Tell your friends, please share the event, so we have a good number of drivers, and we have a good championships, a championship. So it's open for everyone. Obviously, you have to be a clean driver, not without any idea of racing. That is not going to be allowed. But we're not only allowing professionals only, but everyone can join as long as they are clean drivers. We can remind them about the Porsche Championship coming on the 6th July. On the 6th July there is the Porsche Championship. Obviously you cannot take part in this championship because it has been only selected to the top 20 drivers who did the qualifiers period. And so yes, it's on the 6th July. It's one of the most championship that it is very enjoyable, the Porsche Championship.
Sure.
Sponsored by Continental Cars Limited. And yes, it's there's no idea yet who's going to win this championship. So far, Hani Al-Sabti is leading this championship, but does it mean that Hani Al-Sabti is going to win this championship? We'll see and find out on the 6th of July, doing the 5th round at the Nürburgring track.
Yep.
Make sure that you follow us on Twitter, World Pro Racing, Facebook, World Pro Racing, Sim Racing Malta as well, even though Sim Racing Malta is organizing local events and casual races, but still follow our team as well, GT Omega, RPM Esports on Facebook and Twitter. Having followers and people supporting us, it will help us continue what we're doing.
Sorry for looking at the mobile, but obviously enough after the comment we did about Terence Gregg.
It continued to escalate.
We're receiving messages, because we're taking a break. Yes, well, we said that in the beginning. It's good to have a break. And we enjoy that you're obviously watching us.
Oh, he said racing seat, not the car. Pieter.
Racing seat, alright.
Yeah, okay, well.
Yeah, we'll see.
You have to win it first.
South Africa. Ooh.
By boat. By boat.
Driving it on Sundays and seems to be driving on Mondays as well. I hope to see you on the boat these days racing Seat. Sorry. I like the Seat a lot. Okay. Actually, it is still going on. The discussion about the Seat.
Oh, there's going to be quite a long one, it seems, eh?
Yeah. So yes, what is up next? I think we did.
We covered almost everything today. It was a bit shorter, but yes. Sorry, if you have, for example,
10 minutes shorter, not too much.
For example, I don't know yet for all our followers if they are using Assetto, because we are organizing only Assetto Corsa events. Maybe there are followers who prefer. This is going to be a controversy now. Okay. Prefer iRacing or Race Room or Factor 2. I mean, which do you prefer most? Not why. Let's leave the why away. But do you prefer we host more events on our Factor 2 or Assetto Corsa or maybe Race Room? Do you have friends who races also in various platforms?
Jason Absmeyer.
Hi, Jason. Any mention about last week's casual race?
Yeah.
Yes, well, we can mention that. Last casual race, we forgot to mention that. Last casual race, we had the BTCC casual race, which was not live streamed for the reason that there were not enough drivers. In fact, there were around 7.
And a lot of drop-offs in the last
night, and they dropped also, as usual, in the last few minutes. And Jason Ebsmeyer won both races, who had a very, very solid and consistent both races. And yes, it was quite an enjoyable race. I was monitoring the race myself and giving penalties, which I didn't give any penalties because it was so clean that there were no issues with any driver. So well done.
We like, and we're seeing
in fact
now getting better and better. Actually,
there was Jamal taking part, Jonah Juice, he's a usual now.
Jason
Upsmeyer. So it was a very good race, even though there were 7 drivers. It was quite an enjoyable race, and I really enjoyed the race. In fact, the time went so fast that I said, "Wow, it's already done."
This is something actually that what Justin just mentioned. We're enjoying, and we're seeing that from race to race, casual race to casual race, we're seeing less incidents, less dangerous driving. So. We always say, listen, keep the race clean.
Roy Kopp registered for the casual race as well for tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe, yes.
Registered for both series.
Peter was, Peter was like the Seat a lot, but will be driving it on Sundays and seems to be driving on Mondays as well. So it means there are some other championship, and he said.
About Sean, he mentioned Sean.
Sean before, because he was.
Sean of Simpet, or not?
No, I don't know.
Anyway.
Yes.
We're going to have a full week because Mondays we're going to have the SEAT, the TCR Championship.
Now, obviously, there is people saying go South Africa because now we have South Africans also. Actually, we have drivers from all over the globe, but from Russia, here, there, Netherlands.
Denis Evchenko from Russia?
Russia. And it's quite a global thing.
Yes, it's we're happy with what we're doing. I'm very proud of myself and the team.
Yeah.
But I'm just a bit worried. There's nothing to hide about it. The lack of drivers we are getting.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we're promoting it everywhere in sim racers and in many other groups and so hopefully when we start with the platform of R Factor, we have more competitors there as well. So it's also that we have just started last year, and the community takes time to grow and until people get to know us. So please, this is that we ask from you to share our events and invite your friends and other drivers to join our races. The more races we have, the more we work, and the more prizes you'll get, and that is our satisfaction.
Yeah, definitely. As Justin is saying, the more participation, that's our ultimate goal. That we see more.
Oh,
more
Sean Clark,
drivers,
yes. Sean Clark is the person I asked and took permission to do this championship. Yes, of course. I always ask for permissions to use the mods. I don't just use a mod without permission.
Yeah, sure. So yes, definitely more drivers we have. That's our satisfaction. That's our pride. We're doing it obviously for them and for us. We enjoy doing it. So otherwise we won't be here. So yes, get your friends, get your.
That's the only thing we're asking people to share it, to share our pages, and we're not
more participation. It will be more fun for the already present drivers because it will be like.
He got stuck reading a comment.
Yeah, because obviously, as usual, I see the comments popping up all the time. But we'll see about what Peter just said.
That's why we need someone who take care of the comments. So we keep talking.
Keep on talking. But that is something. Yes, even the present drivers, they will be. There will be more competition. It will be more fun, more cars, and definitely it gives us more motivation to make more championships. Actually, Peter just said that a lot of drivers are waiting for the start date of the SEAT League before registering. So.
Okay.
That will be out soon.
We will leave around a week or two when it starts, because why? We have to publish the rules, because we are very strict in the rules. We'll not just do it for fun. We take it very, very strict regarding rules, because Adrian will be monitoring. And just to let you know that Adrian is an FIA licensed steward, so he will do his job well.
That's right.
And
I need to do the
George as well. So the same as it goes in real life, he will do it in esports.
Yeah.
So it's not easy. I will take care of the broadcasting, George as well, taking care of the monitoring. Adrian also takes care of also being part of the commentary. With Joshua Penny. Thanks to Joshua for helping us and also commentate our events. And also they are waiting for dates for our leagues in South Africa before I can register for the CR Championship. Obviously they don't need to clash, but definitely it's going to be on a Monday, because we cannot keep moving our dates, because on Tuesdays we will be having other championships. And on Wednesday we have the live show, and on Thursdays we have the casual races, and on Friday we have the Porsche Championship, and on Saturday
on Sunday will be a lawyer with our wives. But
yes, so we're going to have a full week of racing.
Yes, very busy week of racing, full week packed with
full
racing.
year. That was our target, and the target is going to be reached. And hope that you appreciate what we're doing. So that's why I will tell you, share our page and our events.
Your friend participation is the reward for our work. So.
And I'm getting dry.
Yeah, even
check the wipes and check my pipes.
This is something actually very
3 minutes and we do it in 1 hour today. Yeah. So I think that's
actually it for today. Guys,
thanks to the sponsors.
Thank you, guys and girls. If there are any girls watching us, possibly there is still somebody.
She-males or anything.
Thanks for watching us. We'll be with you next week with this talk show. Another approximate 1 hour next week. But obviously, before that, we're gonna see you tomorrow for our casual race.
Which is going to be live.
Which is going to be live tomorrow.
And please make sure that who registered, they be on the server. And we go live at 19:30 GMT +2 Malta time. And at 20 minutes to 8, be on Discord. If you don't be on Discord, we cannot allow you to race, because we issue penalties live. And we do the briefing at 7:45. Exactly, sharp 7:45, we do the briefing. Explain to you blue flags and various other important things that you need to know.
I got the message that yes, there is still a woman also watching us.
Good.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
Yes, and we hope that you are enjoying our live shows. If there's something...
Today we saw more interaction from the people watching us. If there is something you want us to include, to exclude, maybe to be more funny, to be more clowns, just tell us, it's no problem. We're here to interact with you, obviously give you news about us and what's happening in the world of sim racing, and to pass an hour with our followers and listening to them. So thank you. See you tomorrow for our
sponsors as well, obviously.
For our casual race. As Justin is saying, it's
without the sponsors.
I mentioned the sponsors, because without them we won't be able to do our races. So Continental Cars Limited for our Porsche Championship, Textor, Genesis, GT Omega Racing, Melita for the powerful internet they always provide in anywhere we go, Husingveld, Fanatec, Virtual Race Car Engineer and Setup Developer Tools 2018, and Goliath Coatings. Thank you.
And
see you tomorrow for the
casual race by World Pro Racing. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Gigabit Internet issa f'Malta. Gawdi mill-Giga Power biss mal-Melita Flexi.
into the wall. And it's lights out, and away we go. And it's the dash down to turn one then. Who's going to come out on top?